Welcome back. So this is video number 7A because what I'm going to do is show you a little fix for our weapons blueprint that we did in our last video. And if you haven't seen that last video yet, you can always jump back here to my YouTube channel and check out video number 7 to catch up on the weapon blueprint. Wow. And kind of check out some of my other videos as well in Maya, Unreal Engine, Unity, and a few other things. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what the actual problem is. And we're going to go ahead and bring up the desktop. And I'm going to hit play. There we go. So with my character, when I squeeze the trigger, I get this nice impact point. But if you notice, the actual muzzle flash only happens when I first pull down the trigger, and then after that there is no additional muzzle flash. There should be muzzle flashes as often as there are bullet splashes impacting on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and adjust our blueprint just a little bit to fix that. And then what we're going to do is we need to go into our character blueprint that we created. That's the one that has all of the, let's see if I can find it here. Let's see here. There it is, event graph. Somehow I managed to get it all the way down there. All right, so that's the one that has all of our movement stuff right in here. And then where we started with our weapon fire blueprint from video number 7. So we're going to go into the start firing. So we're going to go ahead and double click on that and select start firing. And then right here, this is where we're actually activating that muzzle flash. And if we think about the way this blueprint is set up, we have our start firing begins here as soon as we squeeze the trigger on our mouse or on our controller. It checks to see if our character is still alive. If the condition is true, so if our character is still alive, then we start down this path. The first thing in that path is this muzzle flash right here. Then the next thing is the sound. We set the sound location for the fire sound. We go into our weapon trace, so we trace where that bullet is actually going to go from the barrel of our weapon out into what's going to impact. And then we have this timer by function that is set to the weapon fire rate, which is our variable down here, and our weapon fire rate. So, and this is also set for looping. So you're thinking, well, it should just loop back around. Well, it doesn't really work that way. It's looping our weapon's trace right here. The rest of this only occurs once. But now you're saying, hold it. The sound keeps going. It doesn't keep stopping. The sound and the bullet splash keeps happening. Well, the bullet splash is happening elsewhere in our functions. And the sound is actually set on a loop. If you remember when we made our sound cue back in video number 6, these sound cues right here are set to loop, so they're just going to keep playing and playing and playing as long as we're holding down the button. The muzzle flash itself is not looping, so it only happens that very first fire. So if I had thought about that when I set this blueprint up, I would have thought that doesn't work there, or else we need to do something else to make it loop if we do put it here. But we're going to take the easier route, and actually what we're going to do is we're going to select this, and I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So I hit Control C to copy it. And we're going to put it somewhere where there is looping occurring, which is right here in our weapons trace, because we have it set to loop. So go into my weapons trace, and I'm going to pull this back just a little bit. I'm going to hold down my Alt button and disconnect that. Left mouse button, click in the open area, hit Control V, and put that in there. Hook this up. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to reset this so that every time it goes through the loop, it doesn't say, oh, I already fired. It resets it so that it restarts every single time. So we're going to go ahead and click the reset button. We're going to compile, we're going to save that, and then we're going to go back to our start firing, and we're going to take this out. We can just highlight it, hit delete, move these a little closer. Sloppy with my selections there. Connect that up. There we go. Compile this and save it. Now we don't need to do anything to the stop firing because the stop firing only happens one time. We let go of the button and it deactivates the muzzle, so we don't need to worry about doing anything with that. So let's go ahead and go back to our scene, hit the play button, and now if I hold it down, I get that nice muzzle flash. I get those rounds hitting the ground from this particular muzzle flash. And there we go. Our muzzle flash is now fixed, and that should be it for this video. One of the other things I do want to point out is, if you remember at the end of the last video, we did our sound cue. I had this really bad sound for letting go of my gun. What I did is I went into my sound cue for that and just sort of played around until I found a sound that I liked a little bit better and submitted that into my sound cue, got rid of those other sounds that I showed that I did briefly. So that's pretty much it, and thanks for watching my video. Hopefully this fixes that issue for you as well. If not, please leave a comment so I can take a look at it and see what we can do. Anyway, thanks again. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you saw, and also please leave a like. Thanks again, and have a great day.